The potter has the opportunity to hear Jesus early on. And now several months have taken place, have gone by. And the potter once again is confronted with Jesus, runs into Jesus. And it happens out in the wilderness. It happens out as the potter leaves the town where he has begged by the gates, and he goes out into the wilderness, and that's where he stays at night. And Jesus has gone away from the city and away from the crowds and away from the town, out into the quiet, to be alone and to pray and to be with God. And it's out there among the rocks that Jesus is praying. The potter doesn't know it. The potter is actually going home. The potter is going to his rocks. So we pick up the scene actually near the last bit of light of the day. And as the potter comes onto the stage and onto the scene, Jesus is praying atop of the rocks. The potter doesn't see him. And the potter is speaking to himself out loud in a sad and quiet, an almost soft voice. Unclean, alms for the unclean. And he stops and he turns and looks back toward the city. Another day is over, and darkness comes again. The beauty of color, and he holds up his beautiful bowl, is once more replaced with an empty darkness. Life has changed so drastically for me and has reached such awful depths. The world goes on. I can hear them, their joy, their laughter, the love shared of family. Those doors have been shut forever. What happens when things go wrong? What did I do for God to do this to me? And he begins crying softly. And then he holds his arms up in front of him, looking at them. Unclean! And he breathes and sighs deeply. At least I should feel safe. I have kept track. It has been more than 3 years, since anyone has even dared brush against me. I am now only the ugly remains of a life that went wrong. A hopeless, shameful piece of society in disfavor with God. Maybe that's the worst thing of all. The harsh reality of forever being found unacceptable by God. And Jesus speaks, would you like some bread? And the potter, scrambling, his crippled body in fright, unclean, unclean! Don't be afraid. And Jesus moves down from the rocks toward him. I'm sorry I startled you. I was here before you arrived. The potter, hiding his bowl behind him. Please, I have nothing you could want. I am just an old man with nothing of value. And Jesus kneels in front of the man and unrolls a napkin. He holds up a piece of bread. Here, I am guessing you have not eaten. Please, I want to share it with you. And he places the bread on a napkin and he turns and he climbs back from the rocks. Go ahead, eat. Thank you, kind sir. It has been a while since I have eaten. That is a beautiful bowl you carry. It once belonged to a wonderful daughter. Were you once a potter? A long time ago. In another life. It is good work. You must have been quite skilled. I can see it must have great value to you. It is all I have left to remind me of what once was. Is this your home? Sometimes it is. Sometimes I go further out where there's a cave for shelter. And you, sir, why are you here? I am visiting friends in the village. It has been a long and busy day. I have been crowded by people and talking for hours. I needed some time in silence and prayer. I came out here to be alone, to soak up the beauty of the night sky and the sounds of the earth. I came out to think and to pray and talk to God. Sir, does God hear your prayers? Yes, God listens, and I know God cares. God cares so much for all people, including you. And the potter is overcome by this, and he begins weeping. I know that you find that hard to believe. Oh, sir, if you only knew how much I would like to be in favor with God. So many years I have been in anguish because I know God has cast me out. I am unworthy, I am unclean, and nothing can ever change it. I am condemned to be excluded forever. You are not alone, my friend, in feeling the pains of exclusion. But listen, things are changing. God is revealing a new direction, a new concept of truth. God is not harsh. God is a God of love and compassion, caring more than you could possibly understand and caring for all people, even those who are outcasts in our society. God wants to come into the life of every person who will allow their heart and attitudes to be changed. The presence of God's Spirit can be in your life as it is in mine. And the power of God can flow in you and through you. But how can this be? What about the laws of Moses and what we have been taught? The past is not thrown out, but new revelations cannot be ignored. Society must not be afraid to change. We must move forward in the power of the Spirit, which fills our hearts with love and empowers us with the presence of God.